Hi folks, John Cordisco back again with another great chess video for you. This is Game 7 of the World Championship 2013. Championship-Anand, current world champion, as white. Magnus Carlsen as black. Magnus is the world's #1 rated player. Interesting, it's going to be another Berlin, so we'll go quickly through it. B5. Not the usual Berlin, because sometimes you'll see an exchange here at Queens. Knight to B2. For those of you who don't know, this is a pretty good trap in the Berlin, and I'll give you an idea. Knight takes. Looks like a free pawn, right? Knight takes. Queen to D4, threatening mate. White has the castle. Queen takes E5, and white loses a piece. That's an old trap in the Relope Berlin. Bishop G4, H3. Bishop moves back. Knight to F1. Pretty common in the Relope type setups, where the knight ends up going to G3 to chase away the light squared bishop. White has lost her light squared bishop, so that pin's kind of annoying. D7. Knight chases the bishop. Bishop takes. Queen takes. G6. Currently, right now, it's a tiny advantage for white. It's so minuscule, it's not even worth mentioning. Bishop. Queen E7. White castle's long. And black castle's long. Kind of unusual, at least for me. You don't see many games, at least at this level, where both sides in a Berlin castle long. Knight D2. Rook comes in the center. King comes over. Common move. Just anticipating that pawn in A2 is going to be attacked. B6. H4. White's trying to get some space. King B7. That one I don't understand. And that is the second choice of the computer. Very close to the first choice. Interesting. H5. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Knight C5. Of course, black won't take here, because after white recaptures, this pawn is isolated. H takes. H takes. G3. Tiny minuscule advantage for black, not even worth mentioning. A5, Rook H7, Rook H8. White doubles up, forcing the exchange. Queen F6, F4. Now Rook here, forcing the exchange of rooks as well. F takes. Queen takes. Queen to F3. Pretty exciting stuff, huh? F5. E takes. G takes. If Queen had taken, Queen takes F5. G takes. Knight to D4. That pawn is doomed, and he'll have a passer. After G takes, C3, Knight to E6, King C2, get the king come up a little bit, help guard the pawns. Knight to G5. After Knight to G5, Queen F2, Knight, Queen, Knight, Queen, Knight. And a draw is agreed. It was a twofold repetition. They're going to repeat again. Sometimes what happens is, instead of offering the player a draw, you just repeat the moves. It's kind of a unsaid draw offer. Anyway, folks, I was a little surprised at Vichy. I think come out a little bit stronger with white, being he's 2 games down now. And this is game 7. Chess is a tough psychological game. It really is, even for world champions. Vichy's going to have a tough road to hoe. There's only 12 games in the match. I hope it gets close at the end. I like to see some exciting games at the end. But Vichy's going to have to reach down inside, and it's tough when you're older and you defended your title 4 or 5 times to come up with the energy that you need. But when you're in a no-win situation, you've got nothing to lose. Anyway, folks, that's the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Kind of a boring draw, but I think it's an insight to how Vichy is doing. He had a rest day prior to this day. I hope he comes out fighting and swinging. Magnus is a fighter as well. He'll play you down to the bare kings, just like Fisher. Nakamura is like that too, from the United States. They'll play you down to the kings. I just want you all to remember, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. And I want to thank all my new subscribers. I appreciate it very much. And some of the videos I've had thousands of views. I appreciate that as well. I'm not a professional chess player or analyzer of games. I just like the game, and I like to talk about the game, and I like to share my thoughts with people who like the game. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.